I'm Lauren Kelly.
And I'm Chelsea Beers, and you are listening to...
It's ApPARENT. Because for some people, it's just not obvious.
A weekly podcast where we discuss and laugh about parenting, all the joys and sorrows, and all the special parts of us that died as individuals while drinking booze.
Cheers! Here we are. Another day in paradise.
We are in paradise.
I feel like you start every show like rearranging your breasts.
It happens like every 13 minutes because they ooze out of my bra.
Ooze?
Yeah. Is that bad?
No, I think it's great. I
have like, I talk about it on stage, how they ooze out, and then I have like tit bubbles that just come out of all sides.
It's like you play with your breast just as much as like I say, hi, hello, welcome, how are you?
Right. And it's like boob, 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 boob.
Right. Did you ever notice that, well, we're drinking buzzbox, right, again? And
have you guys heard of buzzbox? Oh my God.
Have you ever seen the parents do this? They flip up the sides of the juice box so that the kids can hold it without squeezing it. And then it doesn't come out the straw.
That's true. That's like one of those little life hacks. Did you know that Chinese food containers actually unfold into a plate so you don't need... Did you know that?
I didn't.
That's a thing.
That's amazing.
If you look at the unfold standard Chinese food container... Now I want Chinese food. Damn it.
I don't like it. It always gives me the poopies.
Ugh, I will live with the poopies.
It's the MSG in it.
What kind of buzzbox are you drinking?
I am drinking whiskey lemonade because I'm an Irish girl in the summertime.
That's great. I'm doing the classic Cosmo. These are so good. And I like that you can literally take these like anywhere and just like, oh God, I need a drink.
Yeah. And I think you could probably drink it on the subway or the train or
who's going to stop you?
Right. Because it looks like just a regular little juice box.
Which is kind of good and bad. But
my kids did ask. They were like, what's that? Can I have one? And I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No.
Because it has alcohol in it.
These are great, though. This one's really good. Classic Cosmo. It's refreshing as hell. Do you want to taste mine?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want to taste mine?
Sure. You're halfway done. You're plowing through this.
Oh, that's good. Ooh, I like this better.
Okay. Give it
sour.
back. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it.
Cosmo.
Good job, Cosmo.
Yummo.
Good job. Let's talk about parenting, since that's what our podcast is about.
Okay. How do you know when your kids start drinking?
When your alcohol is watered down in the bottle.
Yeah, probably.
Have you noticed that? Are your alcohol bottles watered down?
No, and we do. We have alcohol bottles, of course.
And they're just out.
They're just out. And we have wine everywhere. And we also always have beers in the fridge. I don't know. I know that my youngest enjoys the idea of wine because he'll see me like smelling it, especially since I'm in the wine industry.
Yeah.
He'll see me smelling and swirling and tasting.
He's probably, because you guys are kind of wired the same, he's probably interested in the whole, like, lifestyle of it. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like, there's a whole, what's that word? There's a whole, like, lifestyle, I guess.
Yeah.
Where, it's like the brewing of it, the smelling of it, the tasting of it, the pairing it with foods. Like, it's a whole lifestyle thing. And I love that about wine. And he probably has that kind of same... he's probably fascinated by it like that, on that level. And,
we've had a couple of things where he's like, can I try it? Can I taste it? And he doesn't enjoy, like, the taste of stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think they are drinking. I mean, I don't think that they would. My oldest, is an explorer with the police department in town, so I don't think he'd do it just for the fear that if they found out that, it would be a big deal.
Right. Right. Of course.
Are you texting while we're on air?
Yes, because I forgot to tell Chance's dad that I can meet him at 4 as opposed to 3:30.
Oh, okay. You know what? Do you realize how we can multitask like that? Mm-hmm. I have a good friend of mine who can text and hold on a full-on conversation.
Yeah.
She doesn't even have to look at her phone. She just Allison Carroll, if you're listening, she just
shoot
goes,
me a text, girl, while you're driving.
and she just, I mean, it's amazing, and she doesn't skip a beat. It's not because I will start texting, and I always get frustrated because my fingers are too big or something happens, and some word ends up saying something else.
Lauren's text messages definitely challenge you and your knowledge of the English language because something's always spelled wrong.
I think it's because your phone's supposed to autocorrect, and what happened is I've spelled things wrong so many times that it automatically corrects to the wrong spelling.
Oh, that's...
And I don't know how to reboot it. I know there's a way you can touch the word and make it disappear.
That is unfortunate.
But I don't know how to do it.
Oh, shit.
Did you just squeeze your juice box?
Yes.
Amateur, Buzzy.
I spilled my buzz box. Oh, now we need another case.
That was the
Excuse
best.
me, buzz box.
That was the best sip too.
Damn it.
You can lick it.
I'll leave that one alone. Yeah. So I think that. I mean, when did you start drinking?
I was young. I was really young.
What's really
the first time I drank illegally?
There it is.
I was 11.
Okay,
I was 11 years old.
That's very young, yes.
I didn't make a habit of it.
Right.
Until
Do you remember what your first drink was?
Until I got older. It was vodka.
Oh my God. At 11? That is gangster.
Yeah, but also when I was 2.5, my biological father used to leave like a sip and a half of his beers, the Budweiser, down on the table.
Yeah.
And I'd sneak down in the morning and drink the rest of his beer. So I've always loved this, like the flavor of beers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I always felt like that was kind of an acquired taste. You know what I mean? Like I didn't.
You mean alcohol or beer? Or all of it?
Maybe all of it. Because, I mean, alcohol is kind of it's a heavy taste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Chance had a sip of club soda the other day, and his whole face just like, ooh.
The bubbles.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and that was hilarious. And I was like, man, I think that I had that same, kind of sensation when I tried beer the first time, because it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot for me. I think my first sip of alcohol was maybe 14 or 15, something like that. And I mean, I started simple, like with Bartles and James. Like, we're talking like wine coolers, like barely any, any alcohol at all.
Oh yeah, people would do Hornsby's. Those are like the
right. Basically,
like the Boone's Farm. I remember people would do Boone's Farms.
Yeah, that was a tragic.
Yeah, no, I went straight for the real stuff.
That is gangster.
I do that now. I don't prefer things that are super duper sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I really like things that are. If I'm gonna do it, I'd rather it just. And even with my coffee.
Hello. With the buzz box.
Right. And like I said, even with my coffee,
yeah.
You one time were like, you just drink your coffee black all the time. And sometimes I pull a little spritzel of creamer, but normally just black is the way I like it. I can't get it down, get it going.
All right.
Have it do the thing.
All right. That goes into another podcast. Okay.
Move on with the day. Get her done. You know what I mean?
Like it black.
Get her done.
Like it, get it going in my mouth.
I got my whiskey and my lemonade and a little juice box. And I'm just going to enjoy it sitting here on the porch.
But that's a tricky situation. Now, what if the boys came up to you and were honest with you about like the fact that they had been drinking or had questions? You know what I mean? Like,
I'd gratefully not make them feel stupid. I would welcome the questions and I would be honest about the answers. We have talked about it. And I told them at all hours of the day, whatever it is, you need a ride, you call me, I'll pick you and your friends up. I mean, as much as I can fit in my fucking Volkswagen.
Right.
And that there's no judgment. But we have that rule with everything in our house, that the truth lives here, lies don't. So you tell the truth, you're not going to get in trouble. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be some form of ramification or repercussion, but
right.
You are never going to be in trouble for telling the truth. I'm human. I'm still human. Danella's human. We screw up, man. We're people. And you know what? I also have to be honest. I kind of want my kids to screw up a little bit, because if they're not, then they're always being too careful. They gotta shake it up and test the boundaries.
Definitely you have to do that. You know what I mean? I can clearly remember. I mean, there's times that I went home, like in high school, or maybe early 20s, but I was wasted beyond any sort of talking to my family or knowing where I was, and my friends had to take me home, and then, you know, it's like, and then I had to deal with the consequences, you know what I mean? But I never felt like my family turned their back on me because I did something stupid. You know what I mean? It's not like either of them has never gotten blackout drunk before, you know? And so it's like, they knew that this is something that is just going to happen when you have kids, and, you know, they're going to do dumb stuff. And so, but that kind of actually leads me into my next question. Like you said, you know, you have to let them mess up, and you have to let them learn those lessons and stuff. But now, granted, I don't have to worry about Chance drinking vodka yet. Okay? I mean, that's a couple years away. But
yeah, you don't go right from breast to vodka. You're like, I'm done with the breast now. I'll have pint, please.
Right. I wouldn't even be mad. I would just be impressed by that. My question is, when dealing with kids this young, you know, Chance is 15 months old now.
Right.
How much do you let them get hurt to learn the lesson that they need to learn? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like,
I mean, you have to.
Like, I've allowed him to, you know, close his fingers in a drawer, even though I'm telling him fingers, and he knows what that means. But he had to learn that this motion with this consequence is painful, you know? And so it's like, you know, I want him to get hurt. I want him to learn what being hurt feels like, what that does for you as a person, and how it strengthens you. I also want him to get sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got it.
Like,
right.
I don't want to be this parent who keeps my kid in a bubble, and then his immune system is horseshit.
Right. No.
It's not. I don't think that's fair to him.
No. He's got to get hurt. I mean, everybody does. Hey, look at it with everything we do. I mean, being hurt in any circumstance, physical or emotional, sucks.
Right.
But
I mean, we chose the acting industry, which is rejection every single day.
All day, every day.
And so it's like, you know, I think my parents shit a small brick when I did tell them that was where I was headed. Because did you know that wasn't going to be my job? That wasn't what I was going to do?
What was going to be your job?
Well, I was on track to become an illustrator. I was going to be an illustrator.
You said you wanted to work at Pixar.
Right. That was my ultimate goal. I was going to work at Pixar. My childhood dream was to be a figure skater, and then God gave me breasts, and my center of gravity was all over the place. So, nope. Olympics, you'll have to wait. That was honestly my childhood
It's true.
dream.
I've never seen a figure skater with big ass titties.
Of course you haven't. They're all 9-year-old boys. So then my goal was to be an illustrator, and I went to school for art, and that was my thing because I could do it. And I grew up in an artistic household. My dad was an artist, and he was a draftsman. Like, he did, you know, all these draftsmen. He does AutoCAD now, which is like, you know, digital version of that. And so it's just, I had this goal, like, to be, and then I was like, but wait a minute, what makes me actually happy? Being on stage and, you know, acting and making people laugh and, you know, all this stuff. So it's like, that's what I want to do. And then I moved to New York. I mean, forget it. It's terrifying for a parent.
Yeah.
If Chance came to me and was like, hey, I'm going to move 3,000 miles away, I'm out. I would be petrified.
Oh, see, that's where
I would be petrified. My mom was petrified, but she knew in her heart that there was no way that she could keep me in a place that I didn't want to be. And she was like, I've always taught you to spread your wings and go, so spread your wings and go. She was terrified.
I don't know.
But I did it.
Yeah.
What?
I can't wait.
For them to go? Is that what you're...
And I know that sounds awful because all of you guys are thinking I just want them out of my house. That is not where I'm coming from with this. Where I'm coming from with this.
Absolutely where she's coming from.
No, it's not. Listen, the times that I've seen the boys succeed or do something amazing has been and made all of the crap that I have dealt with worth it. And, you know, I think as a parent, step parent, bio parent, doesn't matter. Your goal should be to teach your kids to fly. And, you know, I'm really the only one out of my siblings that left and, like, moved away and was gone for quite some time. And I don't know if my mom was necessarily worried or stressed, but I feel she raised me to be independent and to chase after whatever it was I want to do.
Of course.
But
I don't want you to think that my mom did not.
No, she definitely did, because you did. right?
Right. But I left. I mean, I lived in San Diego. I lived in LA. I lived in New York. I did all these things.
Right.
And I wanted to go and, experience these other places. I was just seeking stages that were bigger, bigger stages. Stage. That's what I want. And so she knew she couldn't hold me back, but there was a part of her that was like, oh my God, my baby is so far away. I'm so scared. But I know that she's going to thrive and she needs to do this for herself. So it was that weird tug and pull for her.
Yeah, that's what I always say. Boys, fly away. The nest is always here. You can always come home.
Right.
But
now here's
you've gotta get out. You've gotta live your own life.
Are they showing any signs of wanting to get out and go?
No.
Or really?
None.
They're just really comfortable with being here.
None whatsoever. Cameron, my younger, more so than my older, but no, not really. They don't have much drive. They don't have, they'll talk about Lamborghinis and all these things that they want, but they have no idea how they want to get there or what they want to do to get there. And for me, that's just strange. Now, this is a point where I realize, okay, I'm clearly a step parent because I knew what I wanted to do. I had other dreams. Like I wanted to be a bus driver at one point, and the main reason was I wanted to make everybody's day.
Look at that.
Yeah, cute, right? And then I also wanted to be a rock star, which you could tell by my voice now. Probably wouldn't have worked out for me.
I don't know. You could sing like one or two songs and then be like, I'm out. Good night, New York.
Good night, New York.
Good night, Chicago.
Is what it would sound like, right? But, I knew what I wanted to do was entertain and perform. And so I have found and sought out any avenue that's respectable to be able to do that in or with. But no, they don't have that gene. They have things that they enjoy and that they're doing.
Right.
My youngest likes baseball. He really enjoys doing it. And in all honesty, he's an amazingly talented pitcher. But he's not going outside and practicing once a week, every day, whatever. He's not.
So when you say that they show signs of interest, because I know them on a very, very surface level. I don't know them very well. But they both seem to show interest in like cars or putting things together.
They're both very mechanical.
Right. Like some sort of, like engineering, mechanics, like the way things work. And they seem to both show signs of that. Now, is that something that you do? Are your boys, how do I phrase this? Are your boys people who you would kind of need to guide towards, you know what I mean? Like if you would sign them up for some sort of mechanic camp or something, it's like, hey, I signed you guys up for this because I think you would really like it. Go check it out. They're not the ones who would go and seek something out and come to you with the pamphlet.
I agree.
Hey, is that true?
Correct.
Okay.
But I also need to say, once your kids are in their teens, especially later teens, it's too damn late. They talk about that first 5 years and how important that first 5 years is. And that first 5 years I was not a part of, and it is very obvious.
Right.
Because they were not made to be challenged and exposed to a lot of different things. So even now, one of them loves to cook. So I said, hey, why not take a cooking class? Just take a cooking class so you can cook more things, because he's actually really good at it.
Yeah.
No. Cameron loves to dance. Hey, take a dance class. No. No interest in doing that. So I don't know. And I don't know if that's a generational thing.
But when you say, go and do this, and they're saying no, is it because they don't want to do the work of finding one? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you think that they would genuinely enjoy it?
Yeah, I think they would enjoy it.
If you did the work of finding it, setting it up, paying for it, telling them when they're going. You know what I mean?
I don't think... No, would they do it? Yeah, they would do it, but they do it because it was at that point, it was an investment of mine. I put the time, I put the energy. So out of respect for me, you will go and do this thing that you showed a little bit of interest in. Right. And now I've spent $2,000. So now you have to go for at least a year so that you can say then you don't want to do it. Do you know what I mean? Right. Yeah, but I don't want to do that to them either. I want them to genuinely want to do something. So when Cameron expressed interest in baseball, then I looked up baseball leagues, and then we signed him up. Right. When Derek expressed interest in wanting to play football, we said as soon as you get to high school, you can do that. And that was mainly just because I wanted his brain to develop a little bit more before he's hitting his head all the time. But
does that terrify the shit out of you or what?
Not now. But he's 6'2". You know what I mean? So, I mean, even though he's thin, it's not, it doesn't worry me anymore. And again, it's not my job to put my fears on them. There are things I'm terrified of. Hell, I'm terrified every time they go to their mother's house.
Right.
But they won't hear me say that.
Right.
That's my job to hold on to that. So if he's going to go play football, it's my job to sit in the stands and hoot and holler him on, even though deep down I'm going, oh God, I hope he's okay. Oh my gosh, he just fell. Is he all right? Okay, he's up. All right.
See, and that's the mother instinct that I'm talking about. You want them to go out and you want them to explore these things.
Yeah.
You want them to experience these things. You want them to spread their wings and go out and do what they're supposed to do and experience life. But there's a part of you inside that will never, ever settle down because you're worried.
Of course.
You know,
course.
and
that
that's
maternal instinct, like, you can't get rid of it if you try. I gotta say that is the most irritating characteristic that I have that I didn't even realize I had. It is
absolutely, because I'm at the point where Chance, clearly, he's 15 months old. He's not playing sports.
Right.
He's not out drinking.
No, but he's running around and he's falling down.
Hold on. So I'm getting, now that we're doing like visitation, right? And so Josh and I are like splitting days. I'm scared when Josh says that they go out for walks. Because I'm like, are you crossing streets?
Are you using the crosswalk? Are you holding his hand? Has he had any water? Yeah, I know.
Like, there's part of me, like,
I know.
Like, I pack a bag of food for him, like, I'm not going to see him for 70 days. And, like, I mean, it's just,
That's
like...
good.
It's crazy, because I'm just like, please, feed him. Make sure he walks. Make sure he drinks. Make sure he does... And, you know, and that... I mean, first of all, I didn't know that I had that inside of me, because it just happens as soon as you have a baby.
It's automatic, yeah.
As soon as you have a baby... I mean...
No, it's the same. Yeah, no, it's the same.
Mm-hmm. As soon as you came in and you had 2 kids... out of nowhere, it happens.
Right.
And it's absolutely incredible, and it's terrifying, and it's mind-boggling that shit is just inside of you waiting to erupt. Yeah. And then it's never gone.
It's never gone.
It's like a lake of lava that's just like burning through you forever.
Well, and I had to explain that to Cameron the other night. I said, you know, I love you. And I don't know how at this point not to love you. All I can do is continue to love you in a healthy way, and that's it.
Right.
I can't just turn it off.
Right.
I wish I could. I've never been the embarrassing type that's going to go up to him and, you know, rub his hair and make him hug me and give me a kiss in front of his friends or anything.
I think I'm going to embarrass the shit out of Chance.
I doubt it.
I don't know. I embarrassed the shit out of my little sister, and she never saw it coming. Let me tell you a little story.
Yeah, tell me a little story.
Let me tell you a little story.
Go ahead.
Okay, this one's for you, Chloe, since you never listen. Here we go. Had to get a sip of my classic Cosmo from Buzzbox. I'm getting a little bit
buzzy.
That's
why they call it a buzz box.
A little bit warm.
It's a small ass box too.
Oh no!
I
works.
I opened up my straw hole. Did you see that?
I did.
So now I have a little mouth hole.
So you can either peel back.
It kind of looks like the box is going, oh.
So you can peel back the mouth hole and drink it like that, or you can use the little,
just tip it back.
The little straw that it comes with.
It's nice if you're a guy, because then you don't have to feel like you're sucking a little straw. Because I know that's kind of weird for them sometimes.
So
Chloe.
Okay, so Chloe was graduating high school, right? Here at Benicia High School. We both are Benicia alums. So she was graduating from high school. I was living in Los Angeles at the time, and I had to come up for Chloe's graduation, right? Mm-hmm. Now, what I decided to do as a gift for my sister was I found a baby picture. We have to post this. I found a baby picture of my sister in the bathtub at age 5 or 6. Okay? She was in the bathtub with her hair froed out to the max. I mean, it's hitting the frames of the picture. I mean, it's just like huge ass hair. She's tucking her, how would you describe this? She's like tucking her hands into her legs and looking up at the camera with this look of surprise on her face, like, like that. And they clicked the camera at that moment, right? Okay. So I took that photo and blew it up to a 4-foot poster. Okay. Right? And then she was the only Chloe in her class. So I took neon letters that I cut out of neon cardstock and stuck it to top of the side of the
Which is so interesting that
picture.
you're wearing like a bright neon shirt today. Also.
Right, I know. I'm very scared of
You
color.
notice how black you look when you wear colors
when
like
I
that?
wear fluorescence, I look darker.
You do. You look
right.
You look more black today.
This is the only time people think that I'm black. Otherwise, it's like, hola, ¿cómo estás? So it's so true. So I put her name, fluorescent letters down the side that said Chloe, and I held it above my head during her graduation ceremony.
Oh my
right?
God. Yeah.
So I'm walking back. This is my alma mater. Like I'm gonna make a fool of myself because I don't care. I don't care.
Right.
So I walk back and forth of the bleachers. This is before the graduation even started. I was just like, Chloe, Chloe. I'm getting people to like cheer with me, right? The graduates aren't even there yet, okay? And I live in LA, so I took this child porn poster that I made for my sister and drove it across the state to come back up here to embarrass her. So then I'm holding it, and by now people have seen it for 45 minutes. Chloe, Chloe, and I'm holding over my head. Then the graduates start, just oozing into the stadium, and our last name starts with a B, so she's, one of the first, couple dozen that come through the gate, and she notices where her family is. She kind of glances upward towards us, sees the poster, her face literally melts off of her skeleton, and she puts her finger in the air and just flips me off in front of our entire family. Now, cut to, I don't know, when did she graduate? 96? I'm so sorry, 06. So that's what? 11 years ago now?
Yeah.
So now she refuses to allow my mom to throw it away. My mom has this 4-foot poster of her naked daughter.
That's cute.
Sitting in her condo. So yes. So
But that was a win, clearly. It did make her feel important if she won't let it throw it away.
And she will not let it throw it away. And it comes up every now and then on Instagram or Facebook. It's like, look what my sister did. Never forget. Hashtag never forget. And so anyway, I am fully looking forward to embarrassing this shit at a chance.
I think you should a smidget. You know what I mean? I asked the kids right away because the first game, I'm like, yeah, right on. You know what I mean? Like, go, Cameron, go, Derek. And I'm like, does that embarrass you? And both of them are like, no.
No, because there's a fine line between embarrassing them and then being so stoked that your parental figure is there cheering you on. There's like a very, very, like she was embarrassed that moment, but then she looked back and she was like, man, but my whole class will remember my sister's gesture for the rest of their lives.
I could see if they would probably hate it if I was like, go, baby boy, or like,
right.
Yay, we you. Then they'd probably be like, what the, because I've got a pretty powerful voice anyway, but I'm like, yeah, kill it.
Yeah,
go,
but if you're doing something like that, you know what I mean? Where if you got like, you got your third ball hair, like screaming at then it was like,
put your arm up, look at your little pube underneath your arm, it's so cute. Yeah.
Right. Then it's like, oh, okay, maybe I went too far.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was super excited for that, by the way. Not the pubes, I don't know. I mean, they're probably there. But the armpit hair and like the chin hair, like Cameron had one, and I'm like, oh my God, you have the chin hair. That's so cute. But it was just us, our family, you know.
That's so cute.
Or like the first time Derek went and they hold onto the tops of the what the hell is that? Doorways, because they're so tall and they put their hands
door
up.
frames.
And he's kind of light skin and light hair, but I'm like, is that armpit hair? Do you have armpit hair? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, yay, oh my God, how fun. I feel like we should go get a hot dog or something.
Oh my God.
But he was excited about it when I said hot dog.
Now I want a fucking hot dog. Damn, I'm really hungry. Okay, can we stop? How long
Let's see how long we've been talking for. We could probably stop.
Okay. But I will, let me just put this out there, you guys. So Lauren's boys are 16 and 14. Is that right?
Amazing, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And last night, they welcomed me and Chance over for dinner. Oh, we have a video to post of that, right? It's probably already posted. I don't know.
Did we do a video of that?
Yeah, of the buzzbox. Me and Danilo.
Oh, yeah.
We have to post that.
Yeah.
So anyway, they had us over for dinner, and her boys are absolutely phenomenal angels when it comes to my son. They just they take him under his wing, and they were playing with the remote control car and teaching Chance how to use the remote control, and it was really, really sweet to watch these giant monsters like be so gentle with my baby. It was so cute.
They are so good with young kids.
It was really,
really
sweet.
Derek cooked last night.
And
it was amazing.
Chance ate it like handfuls.
That was Derek's first time cooking.
I was
ever
so proud
alone.
of him. I was so proud of him.
It was the best. He made a cheese stuffed meatloaf with a sauce. He made the sauce on the top too. It was something I made before.
It was like a handmade kind of spiced ketchup almost.
Yeah,
kind of, right? Was. Yeah, like it baked into it.
It was turkey,
and he also made a side of zucchini and carrot sautéed like vegetable.
Yeah, it was
so good.
It was something I had made before, and he expressed interest in it last week, and I said, "Why don't you make it?" And so he did.
And that's one of those moments where you're just like, "Oh my God, yes,
and he killed it. It was delicious.
It was so good."
I'm so proud of them.
And then when we said we were gonna stay for dinner, there was a little bit of panic in his face.
Yeah, he was like, "What if it's not good? Oh my God!
What if they die? Oh!" And it was so good. And Chance ate, he ate 2 plates of it. Chance was macking on it. He loved it. So.
Well, you're welcome at my house anytime, Chelsea.
Well, anytime your son makes that, consider it done.
All right. That was probably the only time you'll ever see him in the kitchen. But, unless he's going into the refrigerator.
Right.
Maybe we can make a habit of it.
There you go.
We need to do that.
Hashtag Buzzbox. Thank you, Buzzbox. You guys check this product out because they're super, super.
Follow us, guys. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, at It's Apparent Pod.
You can also follow us individually. I'm on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube's. Chelsea Bierce, Bearce.
If you're interested in following me and seeing what I'm up to, you can find all that information on my website, lauren-kelly.com.
And don't forget to review us.
Yep. Bye, guys. We out. Make it count.
Boom. Bye.